o'clock stop, or is it before 1 o'clock?
It's before 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
For 4 minutes.
As a university community, we gather together on this April afternoon to celebrate the academic accomplishments of over 275 University of Dubuque undergraduate and graduate students. This is a happy day, and I, along with the faculty assembled in front of me, consider it a privilege to officially recognize the degrees that the individuals seated in the front rows have earned. At this time, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you the President of the University of Dubuque, Dr. Travis Frampton.
Members of the Board of Trustees, college faculty and staff, graduates and distinguished guests, it is a privilege for me to welcome all of you officially to this commencement service. On this day, the hopes and dreams of you, our graduates, and your families and friends come to their fullest realization. Sacrifices have been made, discipline gained, knowledge attained, and commitment rewarded. On this day, we, the community known as the University of Dubuque, will recognize our graduates and offer our prayers for their future successes. On this day, we will embrace and celebrate university traditions with joy and thanksgiving, but also with some sorrow. For on this day, some things change. Some relationships may end, while others are just beginning. The familiar is replaced by the unknown. Former challenges are overcome, and new opportunities begin, not only in the lives of our graduates and their families, but also in the life of this university. This is the day which the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Let us pray. Our God, today we are witness to more gifts than we can count. You have answered prayers over the last 4 years, and you have been answering prayers since each of these graduates was born. In them, we see your goodness and your faithfulness, and so we begin with praising you and thanking you. This afternoon, be in our hearts and in our hopes as we celebrate the graces represented in classes and teams and family and friends and teachers and tutors and staff and administrators, and especially in the hard work and perseverance of each graduate. And be in our hearts and our hopes as we entrust to your care and guidance each one who crosses this stage today. Empower them as they mark this life and this world for good through all that has taken shape in their lives. May you be glorified in our celebration today, and may the world be blessed in all that begins tomorrow. We pray through Christ. Amen.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the University of Dubuque Board of Trustees, I welcome you to this commencement ceremony. On this day, we proudly celebrate the academic accomplishments of our newest University of Dubuque graduates. We also honor the community of love and support who supports these graduates in their journey. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Dubuque, we wish God's blessing on you, our graduates. May you experience much success as you seek to follow God's path in your life. Thank you.
Well, it is my distinct honor to welcome and introduce Dr. Caroline M. Grunenwald as the 2025 Spring Commencement Speaker at the University of Dubuque. Dr. Grunenwald is not only a nationally recognized scientist and educator, but she is also one of our own. A proud UD alumna whose academic journey began right here on our campus. A native of Merrill, Wisconsin, Dr. Grunenwald graduated from UD in 2008 with a degree in biology and environmental science. During her time as a student, she was a campus leader in every sense of the word, excelling in the classroom and in the laboratory, singing and touring with the concert choir, serving on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and competing at the highest levels as a record-setting athlete on the women's cross-country and track and field teams. Today, Dr. Grunenwald serves as an assistant professor of biology at the University of Missouri, where she leads a thriving research program focused on host-microbe interactions and bacterial stress responses. I think I got that right. In addition to her research, she is a dedicated and dynamic educator, teaching both undergraduate and graduate level courses in microbiology. She is deeply committed to inclusive teaching practices and works tirelessly to make science accessible, engaging, and relevant to all students, regardless of major. She also serves on the Graduate Education Committee in the Division of Biological Sciences and regularly mentors emerging scholars through her lab and classroom. Her academic path has included a master's in microbiology from Idaho State University, a PhD in microbiology from the University of Tennessee, and postdoctoral fellowships at Vanderbilt University Medical Center and the University of Wisconsin. Her doctoral research on the ecoepidemiology of parasites and wildlife earned her numerous accolades. She was also recognized with an American Heart Association postdoctoral fellowship, and today she continues to earn national attention as a speaker and contributor at major scientific conferences. Dr. Grunenwald's research has made significant contributions to our understanding of how bacteria responds to antibiotics and nutrient changes, helping to inform new strategies for combating infectious diseases. Beyond her academic achievements, Dr. Grunenwald is a wife to Nick and mother to Ella, Cade, and Cora. She currently serves on the University of Dubuque Board of Trustees, bringing with her a perspective shaped by her experiences as a student, as a professor, and as a scientist. As we welcome Dr. Grunenwald back to campus, we celebrate not only her remarkable achievements, but the powerful reminder of what a University of Dubuque education can make possible. Her story is a testament to where curiosity, discipline, service, and a deep sense of purpose can lead. She once sat in a similar position where our graduates sit today, filled with hope, questions, and possibilities. And just as her journey has taken her from the UD classrooms and track lanes to leading scientific discovery and mentoring future generations, so too will the journeys of today's graduates unfold in extraordinary ways. Dr. Grunenwald's life reminds us that the seeds planted here at UD can grow into a life of deep impact. Her story is just not her own. It is a preview of the stories our graduates will one day tell. Please give one of our own a hearty welcome home, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Caroline Grunenwald.
I think those are the nicest things anyone has ever said about me, so thank you, Dr. Frampton. It is a pleasure to be here. First, let me express how I'm truly honored to be here today before you as a proud alum of the University of Dubuque. It is both surreal and full circle to be standing in front of you. When I graduated in 2008, the world felt very uncertain. The U.S. was in a deep financial crisis and subsequent economic recession. And perhaps like many of you, I was wondering, well, what now? And what do I do with my life? And you might be contemplating your own questions. Some small, how many pictures am I gonna have to take before we could eat? Does my hair still look okay? But some big ones, right? Am I going to be happy? What if I can't find a job? How do I find meaning in my life? You're entering a world that is more interconnected than ever. We can communicate instantly anywhere. access information in seconds, order a ride, order lunch, get advice from your mom, or my mom for that matter, at any moment. And sometimes you're doing all those things at once. Yet, one could argue life has never been easier for humans, but we find ourselves more anxious, more depressed, lonelier than ever. And you may relate to this. I know I do sometimes. Even in this room full of friends and celebration, you may feel uncertain or even alone. So how do we begin to find meaning and build a fulfilling life in this modern day? And what does a fulfilling life even look like? As a scientist, my world revolves around questions. We design experiments, test hypotheses, dig into data, all to try to figure out how things work. So I did what I was trained to do. I analyzed the data. And so today I would like to share with you 5 things that research and real life have taught me about building a life of meaning. The first, start with an attitude of gratitude. Real gratitude isn't really that warm, fuzzy feeling. It's an action and a tool that changes our brain and our body. I like to think of it as a total nervous system reset button. Evolutionarily, our brains are wired to notice threats, to keep us alive as early humans. But today, it often fuels anxiety. Practicing gratitude, real gratitude, activates the parts of our brain that are tied to reward and emotional regulation. Research out of Harvard and UC Berkeley shows that those who practice gratitude regularly get better sleep, report less stress, and even live longer. It can be simple. It could be a text to a friend, a note on your desk. But for me, it's that Midwestern mantra of, well, it could always be worse. Now you need to find your purpose. People have probably told you to follow your passion. And for me, it was a high school guidance counselor who had this twitchy mustache and inspirational posters. And for maybe for you, it's a content creator saying, chase your dreams with some affiliate link to their new supplement company. But the truth is, most of us will not make a living off our passions. My dream of becoming a professional runner, cat photographer, rock collector, coffee drinker has yet to come true. But by knowing our purpose, why you get up every morning gives you direction. It does not have to be big or flashy, change the world, human history. It can be as simple as making someone's day a little better, make others feel seen. For me, it's solving biological problems to help human health and to mentor the next generation of scientists. Science tells us that purpose is good for your health. Studies indicate a strong sense of purpose is associated with a reduced risk of stroke. Don't want that. And mortality. Don't want that either. Literally, knowing your why can help you live longer. Next, you need to do hard things. You've already endured extensive challenges, navigated high school through a global pandemic, balanced the demands of coursework with flight time, theater practice, athletics, work, or maybe all of those things for you overachievers. But don't let that culture, our culture of highlight reels and filters fool you. Real life does not get easier. Sorry. Expect your career, your relationships, even your health, all those things that make up a full, multifaceted life will be extremely difficult at times. You will not make it to the C-suite or become the boss after 1 or 2 years in your new job, and you should expect a grind to make it to the top. But there is value in leaning into the struggle. Marathon runners exhibit higher pain tolerance than non-athletes, not because they feel less. Let me tell you, by mile 26, my eyelids are the only things that don't hurt. But because we've trained to endure that pain, we can withstand it. Research shows that enduring hardship builds resiliency and strengthens your self-identity. All all of which lead to increased happiness. Now, resilience does not mean being unshakable. It just means learning that you can keep moving forward even when things shake. Do not quit in the face of frustration. The path to fulfillment is paved with challenge. Number 4, be authentic. One of the beautiful things about adversity is our ability as humans to change and grow. Take a moment to think about who you were when you first walked onto this campus and now think about who you've become today. As our worldview broadens, so does the complexity of our own selves. This is one of the greatest gifts that's given to us. We are complex human beings with many facets to our life. The labels that society imparts on us are only a tiny glimpse of our whole self. Real identity is layered, evolving, and unique to the individual. A 2020 meta-analysis reveals that authenticity, or living in alignment with your values and identity, are strongly linked to happiness and better mental health. So I challenge you to look past the labels that you put upon yourself, upon others, and instead see the people, nuanced, imperfect, in full technicolor with complex relationships, layers of thoughts and emotions shaped by unique life experiences, and be quick to extend grace and understanding and slow to outrage. The world doesn't need perfect people. It just needs real ones that see one another for the complex beings we are. And finally, life is better together. Humans evolved to survive in groups, not just families, but in communities with complex social structures. Thousands of years ago, this meant avoiding predators and getting eaten, or sharing food to avoid starvation. But even now, the stakes are still high. The lack of strong social connections in our society is worrisome, so much so that in 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General declared loneliness an epidemic and a public health crisis. Social disconnection increases the risk of depression, chronic disease, and suicide. And yet, ironically, we tend to avoid moments of connection. Now, we've all been there. We get on the train or the airplane, put on our headphones, and really pray and hope that that stranger that sits next to us does not say hi. But studies out of the UK and University of Chicago tell us that even these brief interactions with strangers during a commute, in a waiting room, standing at the grocery checkout lane, they significantly boost our mood and happiness level. It's like free happiness. These studies reminded me of a time almost a decade ago when I was flying home from Minnesota. I had gone to Duluth to race, and I trained really hard and was looking forward to it and had high expectations for my first elite field entry. But it had gone very poorly. It happens. And I was feeling pretty low. This young man, a complete stranger, sat down next to me, and the first thing he says, "I'm Brooke. Would you like to play Minesweeper with me?" And I was like, no. In my head, I thought, no, hard pass. But I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so we played, we talked, and the experience completely lifted me out of my own self-pity and disappointment, an impact that I still vividly remember today. We are built to belong to communities, to friends, to families, to each other. And even the smallest gestures are transformational. But you have to show up. You have to take off your headphones and let the world in. So how do you build a fulfilling life? Now notice we didn't talk about driving the luxury car or taking the exotic vacation or having a certain job title or any of that stuff that our modern society tells us we need to be fulfilled. Instead, follow the data. Practice gratitude, find your purpose, embrace your humanity and the humanity of others. Keep showing up, especially when it's difficult. Fulfillment is not happiness. That is fleeting and will not sustain you. It's something deeper, a sense of peace, direction, and meaning. It's hard-earned, but entirely worth it. All of you have accomplished something meaningful. You've made it to this point, but don't let it stop here. Keep building on that path to fulfillment. And when you get lost, which we all do, lean on your friends and your UD community. We're here for you. Congratulations, and thank you.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, graduates. It has been said that you see universities through their collections of buildings and lawns, but you experience universities through the contributions of their faculty and staff. Today, we are honored to acknowledge the significant contributions of two esteemed faculty members who are transitioning into retirement, Mr. Richard Smith and Ms. Sarah Ellert-Beck. Mr. Richard Smith joined the University of Dubuque in 1996 and has been a key cog in the natural and applied sciences ever since. He has generously offered his land and his energy to provide classes and student organizations with real-world learning experiences. His contributions have spanned all disciplines, providing the foundation necessary for academic success. Mr. Smith, thank you for dedicating 39 of your years of your life to the University of Dubuque and its students. And Ms. Sarah Ellert-Beck is proving to be good at retirement, so she's unable to join us here today. But she has been a wonderful member of the aviation program since 2004. She has brought an incredible wealth of knowledge from her military and air traffic control background to her classes. Revered as an advisor, she has guided and mentored dozens of students, leaving an indelible mark on the academic and professional journeys. Ms. Ellert-Beck, thank you for investing your time and expertise in the University of Dubuque and its students. We wish you both of you God's blessings in the next chapter of your lives. So one more time, please join me in thanking both Richard Smith and Sarah Ellert-Beck for their service.
The conferral of honorary degrees are a rare occasion for a university to bestow upon an individual. These degrees are reserved for exemplary people the university wish to honor for their dedication, commitment, and service to the mission of the University of Dubuque. Today, we honor such a person. You, Dana Ray Yanesi Bullock, are honored here today with family, friends, colleagues, and the university community so gathered in recognition of your leadership and service to the University of Dubuque as the longest-serving First Lady in the history of the university from 1998 to 2024. After earning your Bachelor of Arts degree in history from Allegheny College in 1988, you began your career as a grants manager in the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Washington School of Medicine. After your move to Dubuque in 1996, you continued that vocation as a member of the grant management team for the city of Dubuque. After Noah, Luke, and Seth were born, you began your vocation as a very engaged volunteer in the community, with your son's schools, and at the University of Dubuque. You have served many community organizations, including Hillcrest Family Services and Stonehill Communities. You developed a strong reputation as a fierce advocate for children with learning and brain health challenges in our school district. But by far, your most dedicated work and service was focused on the University of Dubuque and its mission. For many years, you have hosted hundreds of students, faculty, and staff members in your home. You have opened your home to trustees, visiting dignitaries, politicians, and hundreds of visitors. You have served on many university committees and invested countless hours in establishing McCormick House, the university's guest home, and the renovation and expansion of 2 residences of the president, the first on Overview Court, and most recently, the newest residence on Fremont Avenue. In addition, your involvement in the planning the President's Christmas Gala will be something long remembered by investors, faculty, and staff members for years to come. Above all this, however, you have been a faithful spouse to your husband, Jeffrey, and a fiercely dedicated mother to your sons, Noah, Luke, and Seth. Faith, perseverance, and a strong work ethic and care for others have been hallmarks of your life and vocation, Dana. Therefore, it is a privilege and honor on this 26th day of April in the year of our Lord, 2025, for the University of Dubuque Board of Trustees to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. May this be a witness to the good work that God is accomplishing through you, and may the good wishes of all assembled go with you.
Dana Ray Yanesi Bullock, on behalf of the University of Dubuque Board of Trustees, and in recognition of your service to the larger community and commitment to the University of Dubuque, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Today, we recognize the academic accomplishments of our newest University of Dubuque graduates. Many of these individuals have achieved special academic distinction during their careers at UD. These distinctions are listed in the program and will be announced when the graduate receives their diploma. In addition, several of today's graduates have been recognized nationally for their academic achievements. These include those who have been inducted into the university's chapter of Alpha Chi Honor Society and those who have been inducted into honor societies related to their major area of study. These achievements are marked by medals or honor cords worn by graduates. President Frampton, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Dubuque, I am pleased to present to you the University of Dubuque graduating class of April 2025.
Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, with all its rights and privileges, the respective degree of Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. As President and on behalf of the Board and faculty and staff, I offer you every good wish for your success. At this time, I invite you to move your tassel from right to left. So here we go. I know this is an important moment for everyone, and because it is a time for everyone, I would ask our family and friends of our graduates to please be timely with your applause so that each graduate's name is clearly heard when read. Thank you.
Ready? Joshua Hinaku Abuagi. Cooper William Adams. Tara Sue Adelman, cum laude. Cade Algier. Kira Alexandra Alice, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant Isaac L. Arvello. Second Lieutenant Alec Armstead, magna cum laude. Mitchell Ashline, cum laude. Matthew Alonzo Austin. Brianne Arsbecker, magna cum laude. Zachary Allen Backus, magna cum laude. Abigail Bailey, cum laude. Hannah Carla Kim Bauk, summa cum laude. Jalal Rong Bola, cum laude. Nathan Wayne Beneke, summa cum laude. Caleb Thomas Booyer. Chetna Marie Louise Busari. Lily Bloom. Kishana Nakia Badley, cum laude. Jacob Banama. Grant Edward Bonnet. Gianna Michaela Borzolari. Isaac Boyd, summa cum laude. Dakota Brightsprecher, summa cum laude. Ashton Gladys Elizabeth Brinker, summa cum laude. Kylie Brown, summa cum laude. Abigail Bruce. Eve Carr, magna cum laude. Tyrell Dewan Carruthers. Melissa Mary Carter, summa cum laude. Kylie Ann Cashman, summa cum laude. Kylie Ann Chapman. All right, way to go. Jamari Christopher Bowen. Andrew D. Coates, summa cum laude. Madison Rose Caglianese, magna cum laude. Kayleen Diane Coquette, cum laude. Jordan Eileen Corey, summa cum laude. Megan Crampton. Dylan Jacob Grossout. Aiden Corey Culligan. Chris Kerr, summa cum laude. Sasha Rose Dordery. Tyson Dent. Gabriella DeBreezy, cum laude. Delaney Linda Dietz, cum laude. Bennett Hewlin Downey. Abigail Jo Droust. Lily Duff, cum laude. Brittany Eggeman, summa cum laude. Jacob Edwards. Casey Joe Eimers, summa cum laude. Briley Emerson. Riley Egebretson, summa cum laude. Second Lieutenant Brighton Victor Engel, magna cum laude. Samantha Caitlin Eldridge, cum laude. Aiden Elfring, cum laude. Aiden Ennett. Joseph William Ensley, cum laude. Brendan John Erickson. Carson Fensky. Nicolou Fernandez, cum laude. Riley Faith Finn, cum laude. McCormick Flata, magna cum laude. Zachary Floss, summa cum laude. Marcellus Cantrell Flowers. Evan Edward Friday. Robert Louis Gaddy, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Gable, summa cum laude. Leonardo David Garza. Sherry Lynn Coates Gibson, cum laude. Elena Nicole Glad, summa cum laude. Cheyenne Gonzalez. James Griffin, summa cum laude. Benjamin Goltig. Parker Hahn, magna cum laude. Brooke Frances Hansen, summa cum laude. Samantha Harville. Justin Hausner. Morgan Regine Hawkins, summa cum laude. Catherine Hayes, summa cum laude. Amber Yvonne Hepner. Brianna Herring, cum laude. Katie Hess, magna cum laude. Jahan Hicks Reed. David Kawi Kalena Hunu Hau. Olivia Marie Hodges, cum laude. Hannah Hager. Charles Holyfield. Vladimir Daniel Hudson, magna cum laude. Landon William Hummel. Autumn Huntington. Andrew Hutchinson. Shantae Lucille Jackson. Parker Cameron James, summa cum laude. Brinley Jones, cum laude. Ava Nicole Joran, cum laude. Coral Joseph, cum laude. Jennifer Kass. Donald Ralph Kennedy IV, summa cum laude. Ryan Kittle, cum laude. Brianna Jean Kalashevsky. Audrey Lynn Klein. Ryan Knutson. Nathan John Knutson, summa cum laude. Jacob D. Conrardi, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Keel, magna cum laude. Joshua Charles Hupitz. Regina Kadima. Claire Elizabeth Leahy, cum laude. Jake Lamerty. Keegan Charles Lemie. Miles Levy. Cecilia Lemery, cum laude. Way to go, Sam. Samuel Lewis IV. Lauren Livingston. Jacob Matthew Loaiza, summa cum laude. Austin Legler Lowell, summa cum laude. Dominic Lozano. Rob Thomas Ludasher. Eric Matthew Maher, summa cum laude. Daniel Mahler. Matthew P. Marchiori, summa cum laude. Anastasia Arlena Mazzanti. Michael David McCutcheon, magna cum laude. Deslin Wilford Emmerich McEwen. Rashawn McLown. Brendan McQuillan. Christian Melton. Max Messier. Mitchell Sika Metzger, magna cum laude. Peyton Claire Metzger, cum laude. Isaac Meyer, cum laude. Benjamin Michoud, magna cum laude. Dorian Miles. Isaac Minger, magna cum laude. Troy Shinichi Mida, magna cum laude. Tyler Moore. Congrats. Erin Grace Morahan. Audrey Irene Morris. Skylar Marie Mullen, cum laude. Abigail Therese Nye, magna cum laude. Ryan Norwood. Logan Novara. Gage Oin, summa cum laude. Brady Olson. Micah L. O'Neill. Landon Gregory Othout, cum laude. Grace Ann Pochner, summa cum laude. Casey Popham, summa cum laude. Tatum Patterson, magna cum laude. Porfirio Angel Perez. No rows. Madison Peterson. Liberty Rose Plath. Michael Poultry. Hayden E. Polakowski, summa cum laude. Drake Matthew Polly. Emma Rose Powers. All right. Braden Preston, cum laude. Hunter Preston, magna cum laude. Bryce Boyd Radicke, magna cum laude. Samuel Hughes Rayner, magna cum laude. Quentin Wade Rangel. Aiden Rassa Bandit. Hunter Davy Reed. Cameron J. Richardson. Allie Ray Reaches, magna cum laude. Calvin Ritchie. Logan Charles Richter, summa cum laude. Crystal Lee Ring, magna cum laude. Benjamin Ignacio Rodriguez. Alexa Rader. Cameron W. Rother, cum laude. Colton Rudy. Ethan James Ryan. Michaela Ryan, magna cum laude. Christopher Ruistock, summa cum laude. Derek Earl D. St. Hilaire. Daniel Sandberg, summa cum laude. Samantha Grace Scadeller, cum laude. Wade Davidson Sheets. Thomas Jason Shelby. Hannah Schickles, summa cum laude. Brett Michael Schrake. Giovanni Paul Silva. Arwen Mary Sims, magna cum laude. Ethan Sinneberg. Natit Syriac, cum laude. Vivian Louise Cerna, cum laude. Stephen Skalitsky. Alex Davidson Smith. Hunter Snyder. Taylor Spearsloggy, cum laude. Wesley Spitzmiller. Valerie Lee Spooner. Destry Stevenson. Grace Lenora Stevenson, cum laude. Melanie Jane Mahiv Stilson, cum laude. Elizabeth Stoffel, magna cum laude. Riker Strong. Ethan Scott Stoker, summa cum laude. Bradley Storjahan. Yeah, Brad. Ryan Michael Struley. Donald Swanson. Logan Taylor. Isabella Anne Marie Tierney. Lisa Sosi, cum laude. Samuel Tyrus Todd. Ejo Tong. Jason Trey Tochas. Genevieve Barbara Tuffy, cum laude. George Valianatis, magna cum laude. Kurumi Vasquez Wiska, magna cum laude. Samuel Cole Vibro. Riley Ann Vidrasic, cum laude. Alexander Daniel Walsh, magna cum laude. Lennon Allen Watkins. Kaylin Clara Waggle, cum laude. Don't cry. Hannah Welsh. Jaden Werner, cum laude. Ellen White. Nicholas Wieben. Jonathan Robert Wiggins. Jaden Kyle Williams, cum laude. Aiden Caleb Wilson. Jerome Carl Wilson, III. Megan Isabella Wolf. Majid Azarani. Jacob Russell Woodward. Gavin A. Woldridge, magna cum laude. Sean Raymond Wright. Brendan Yamanaka. Ariel Yu, magna cum laude. Amber Dawn Zappia, summa cum laude. Lydia Grace Zarling. Max Russell Zerngibble, magna cum laude. Victoria Zotolska, summa cum laude.
Yeah.
We just start with masters. We'll now begin with the conferral of master's degrees. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, with all its rights and privileges, the respective degree of Master of Business Administration and Master in Management. As President and on behalf of the Board and faculty, I offer you every good wish for your success. As requested earlier, I would ask family and friends of our master's graduates to please be timely with your applause so that each graduate's name is heard when read.
Jaden Christopher Bell. Then you just wait. Noah Henry Francis Bullock. Jacob Ryan Seekander. Caitlin Cecilia Daniels. Hold on, see. Sandy Chung Drummel. Jessica Lee Ehrman. Michael Patrick Friend, Jr. Jordan Gregory Goldstein. Stone Gorman. Angela Marie Hannan. Joshua Nicholas Kaiser Huseman. Keith Duane Kiana. Andy Applegate Losey. Jonathan Mayer. Hold on. Sarah Lynn Moyer. Sarah Ann Marie Parker. Otis Levette Patterson, Jr. Odelma Diana Randall. Alexander Rankin. Same type. Autumn Lynn Riedel. Dmitry Samisov. Philip Shader. Hannah Shadle. William Walter Schweiss. Chase Michael Stuver. Jatika Lachey Sykes. Elizabeth Ann Tharp. Jen White. Kayla Winendy.
I invite you to stand for the singing of the alma mater following the president's benediction. You are asked to remain at your seats until the graduates have recessed. You may greet your graduate at the end of the traditional faculty clap line.
Alma Perhaps at this most special moment in time, the best farewell we can share with you comes from the Apostle Paul, who wrote, "May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound and blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. The one who calls you into service is faithful, and he will do this. Go in faith and peace. Dare to make a difference. Share your energy and enthusiasm, and know that you will always be warmly welcomed at this, your alma mater."
Head on up to the band room, of course. As people are going by, I'll assign you this or that to clean up and bring up there. Of course, make sure all your music. Check with me in the band room before you leave. It's going to be a great year next year. The number of incoming students is tremendous. The quality is tremendous. It's going to be a great year. Pretty soon we're going to need a bigger band room. But until then, here we have the greatest game. 1, 2, 1.